Flair. Start right here. Oh, yeah, thank you. So the fact that you guys have this legacy going, are you proud? How proud are you of your daughter?
Can't put in words.
Did you think she would go down this route? Is this the route you wanted her to take?
I never anticipated this, but the minute she started, it's like she'd been involved her whole life. She was a multi-talented athlete and competed in Division I volleyball in college, but was an All-American cheerleader, level 9 gymnast. And she graduated with a degree and was personal training and just about to open up her own business when we went to Miami in 2012. The head of talent relations at that time looked at her and said, "Why aren't you wrestling?" And about an hour later, she walked over and said, "Dad, I think I can do this." I said, "Yeah, but I'm not sure why I want to," because for all the glory and everything, it's a lot of hard work and a lot of travel. But here she is, less than 4 years later, the champion and on top of the world, and setting the bar higher than it's ever been set, I think, for women. So that's how proud I am. I can keep going if you want me to. I can elaborate.
Well, I was going to ask you, for someone who's so beautiful, how can you be so tough?
Oh, thank you. I've never been asked that before. I take pride in my athletic ability, and it's one of the most important things that I hope I represent, strong female athletes while being Divas Champion and representing the women's division.
Can you give us some of that toughness right now?
Do you want to arm wrestle?
Here.
No, I do not want to arm wrestle.
Do 50 push-ups.
No, you don't.
How do you growl? What do you do?
I don't know. It's weird. When I walk through that curtain, I'm not this person. I'm the genetically superior Charlotte, and it just hits. And I don't know. It's something that you just can't explain.
She's very modest too. You can tell.
No, I don't know. It's just when you walk through, you have to prepare yourself to. You have millions of people watching you, and I just turned into that character. But it takes a lot of hard work and practice, and I work out probably 50 times a day.
Charlotte, with working with your dad, watching him when you were growing up, and now working with him, what has that whole experience been like?
You know, everyone asks me, do you ask your dad for feedback? I really don't. Just because, one, he is my dad, and two, I think he's a little biased. No, but it's great. What people don't realize is it's awesome sharing the stage with my dad, but it's also, I'm not only dad, at work he's Ric Flair. So I'm sharing the stage with Ric Flair. And I think to any superstar, male or female, to say that they have the opportunity to be on stage with him, they would be nervous, or he steals the show every night. So that's how I feel every night walking out, that I have Ric Flair beside me. And I don't want the fans to ever see a moment of, I guess, weakness or doubt, or to know, because he knows he spent 40 years creating the Nature Boy, and I've only done this for 3.5 years. So I look at it more as a challenge, and it makes me that much better every week.
Rick, Charlotte basically said it. WWE WrestleMania, the Nature Boy is all very impactful brands. What is it that you learned over your career on how deep a brand can go, and how good it can be, to reach an audience?
Well, that's a great question, because you have to have been doing this as long as I do, as long as I have been, or being involved as long as I have been, to understand a brand when it starts to be built. And now, after 4 years, people say, well, why does everybody know you? Well, I've been on TV for 40 years. Out of sight, out of mind, and here every time I'm gone for 6 months, I'm back on for 6 months. And, it's a great feeling, but the brand is, she is not an extension of the brand. She's making the brand bigger. Does that make sense? I have my brand, she has hers, but she's a far superior athlete, and she can do things I could never do. She is incredibly hungry every day to get better, and she wants to have. She knows things right now and can do things that she should have been in the business 10 years to understand and apply here. It's not just physical skill, but applying it here. And that's what makes her not only physically superior, but she's real smart and applies it. I mean, she studies. While she's working out in the morning, she's looking at a match of two opponents. Well, no, it means a lot. That's how a lot of people do it. You have to look at the past, look at the future, and compare, and then find that perfect mode for you. Because if you're not comfortable in who you're trying to be, you can't be the person. It's hard to sell to people today. If you're not comfortable within your own skin, walking out that door, if you're trying to be somebody you're not, it's not hard to sell. So she's comfortable.
For both of you, what does Orlando mean? Obviously, you came up from Full Sail very quickly. Obviously, you've had huge moments all over Florida, but especially here. You talked a little bit about it on stage, but what does Orlando mean?
What was the most special weekend of my life? I mean, you take the Hall of Fame induction, having my family there, then WrestleMania, and then of course the surprise aftermath at Raw, which where they invited friends and family from, or friends and opponents from all over the country. They flew them in for that last moment on Raw. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. The next day, I got on a cruise. I flew to St. Croix, and I was lost. And I didn't know. I was so lonesome for the business, something I'd done so long. And then, sure enough, about 6 months ago, I got a text and said, "Dad, I know why you never wanted to retire. I love wrestling." She's been on the road, and it's a tough business, guys. I mean, they travel and they drive and they fly and they wrestle, and she never misses a workout. She's committed, and that's why she's successful. I mean, there's a lot of components these days because of social media that I probably wouldn't have been as successful at. I'm not sure Ric Flair would have been around in 2016. The old Ric Flair.
Thank you, everybody.
That brand is being changed.
Thank you.